Welcome to our I Am Workshop Conversation Series, a transformative journey designed to inspire self-discovery and ignite your creative spirit. With your hosts, Anna Maria Davalos, Maria Lanas, and Maclovia Martel. This is our I Am Conversations Part 2 podcast with Master Astrologer and Tarot Reader Israel Ajosé. Thank you again for being here, Israel.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for doing a part 2.
Oh man, always a pleasure. We got to do a trilogy.
It's too much fun. It's too much fun. So in our first interview, we discussed shamanism, the history of tarot, the significance of the moon, and how your transformative moment was from being a boxer going into astrology and tarot. So in this one, we wanted to know if we could do a collective tarot or astrological reading for 2026. And what themes do you feel are closing out collectively as we end 2025? And what energies are opening for 2026?
Yeah, what's happening? What's the big shift? We've got a lot of big shifts in 2026. One particular one I do want to speak about is the planet Saturn. So I'll speak about that.
Okay. And maybe we could would it be possible to maybe end it with an I Am Conversations tarot or just
Yeah. We got the cards here. So we can.
Okay.
Yeah, let's find out what are we leaving behind in 2025 and what energies are coming in 2026.
2025, again, even from a numerology perspective, I want to tie in quite a few things. So from a numerology, the basis or the principles of numerology is that you add up a number till you get to a single digit. So 2025, we got 2 2s and a 5, which adds up to 9. And 9 is the highest number, right? Mm-hmm. So 9 is in numerology, there has been this way in which they marry each number to a particular planet, for example. And the planet which is resonates with the number 9 is the planet Mars. Now, Mars is known as, he's the god of war. And we've definitely been seeing a lot of that this year, although we do see that in other years too. But the point I want to make out is that Mars is known for starting things and ending things. Mars is the planet which rules Aries and Scorpio. So Mars has he's known is associated with death, so to speak, or to kill something, to end something, to sever. He's the god of war, so his main symbol is the sword or the knife. And swords and knives are for severing something, for cutting something. So we want to cut something away. So we've got this number 9 year, which is indicating an ending of some sort. Now, there's always going to be endings, but we're talking on a collective level here. It's quite interesting also as year because this year in the Chinese astrology is also the year of the snake. Which is a very Mars-orientated creature as well. And when we think about snakes, of course, very often people think about biting and poison, and that is a part of it. But one major thing, which the snake or the symbol of the snake is that the snake sheds its skin. If you've ever seen a snake shedding its skin, so the snake is a symbol of transformation and change. So essentially, 2025 is actually been a year of change, transformation, change, elimination. We're meant to be ending things. We're meant to be cutting things. We're meant to be killing things. When I say killing, we're meant to be killing parts of our ego, right? Which we no longer need, which we've outgrown. Because now the new year, 2026, is going to add up to a 10, which is a 1. So it's a fresh start. So we're about to enter a year which is offering us a fresh perspective on things, a new beginning of things. We've had quite a lot of, I've noticed also, I mean, people die all the time, of course. But if you, you know, in terms of popular people, famous people who have been dying, you know, and
Do
then we have the
one question, Israel, do you think a lot of people are dying more than in other years, or simply we're more self-aware that that's going on? I mean, because there are always people dying.
I don't know what the numbers are collectively in terms of if there's more deaths this year than others. Maybe, might be, and maybe if you look about the wars which are going on, because wars are going on all around the world, and they've actually been heightened quite a lot. I mean, you got the Israel Gaza, which they've just made a peace deal. Ukraine and Russia is going on. Wars going on in Congo. We got Sudan going on. There's wars in parts of this world that we don't even know about, which are going on, which, you know, is quite alarming. But so the numbers must be high. We have certain years. I always notice when the number adds up to a number 9, if you go back, you will find that, you know, we had the Michael Jackson and David Bowie and Prince, and they're all going in the same year. Right.
Yeah.
So we have this. So what I feel what happens, what the universe does is we get these periods where you get a number of famous people or celebrities. And I think that is trying to tell us something. Something's happening here. There's an awakening. There's a speeding up in some way. There's a clearing in some kind of way.
You have the data from the past, which helps you.
So we see the patterns. We see that this pattern. Like, okay, this person died in this. Okay, and this person died in that year. Oh, this one, and it's like, oh my God. And yeah, of course, there are people dying every year and every month. Of course, no doubt about that. But we have these times when they're heightened, and we just know that when they are heightened, the numbers or the numerology coincides, or the planetary alignments coincide with this particular event. So it's letting us know that yes, something larger out there is letting us know that, hey, this is a very important time. And
it's like everything, the truth is coming out. I mean, it's like the Epstein files, right? We have one from the British royalty, we have politics, and we see all these rich billionaires that suddenly they were untouchable, and now they are out in the open, right?
Yes.
Well, that's the Justice tarot card, correct?
Probably one of the better. Yeah, Justice. I might throw in the Devil card in there as well a little bit better. But yeah, no, I'll throw in the Justice in terms of something needs to be justified. And there could also be an element of also the Judgment card also as well, because that's also to do with like a rebirth, an awakening, or like having a wake-up call in some kind of way. And I feel 2025 is really sort of like awakening us to, hey, look, get ready for the next level. Get ready for the next school. And in the next school that we go into in 2026, we start afresh. We start at a new level again.
It's a resetting.
So it's a resetting. So this year is really saying, hey, clear out the old. Number 9, highest number, you know, get rid of it. All which is no longer serving you no more. Try to look for new truths. And then 2026 is going to be like the foundation of now start building this new. We start afresh. End of the old, in with the new. So we're in a very, very pivotal time.
And that's where you touched on AI.
Yeah. So, with the planet Uranus in particular, which he's now retrograding at the moment, and he's moved back into the sign of Taurus. He will be moving back again into Gemini next year, April. And he's going to be there for the next 6-7 years. And Uranus is the planet of innovation, technology. He really deals with futuristic and progressive parts of humanity. And he's going to be entering a sign like Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, and this is about information, right? So it's almost like we're getting a double dose here. So we're getting a planet which is representing, quote unquote, AI, new stuff, and in a sign that wants to disperse information and connect information throughout the world. So we're going to see IA take huge leaps and bounds starting from next year, April, when Uranus finally goes back into the sign of Gemini and stays there for the next 6-7 years.
So it'll be heavy AIs.
It's literally going to take over. I mean, this is where we're going to see the huge, in the next 7 years, especially starting from next year, is where we're going to see the huge change in terms of employment, AI just taking over, robots really coming. I mean, they've already got the robots, of course, but they're still in the early stages. Mm-hmm. Here is where we're going to see them being really perfected. They're going to be taking a huge leap. So we're going to have this surrogate AI, so to speak. That's going to be now coming into society. So a lot of the jobs now, it's going to be AI that's going to be taking over. So us as humans have to find a new way. There's going to be a new everything. There's going to be a new spirituality, a new understanding of ourselves, a new universe. We're going to have to connect in new ways. We're going to have to find new understandings about who we are, because we're getting ready for that next level. The old paradigm is slowly but surely phasing out. And this is a very pivotal time where it's like, okay, you got to, there is that saying, when I was a child, I played as a child, but now that I'm grown, I put away the childish things, I no longer do that. I still play, of course, I still have fun, but I don't do it in that manner. I don't play no more. I don't have those toys of rolling around on the floor with my little cars or whatever. No, I have another way in which so I can still play, but I'm taking it to a whole different level, a higher level, a much more, if you want to say, advanced level, and this is what we need to do also as well. We need to be advancing to that next level.
It's really interesting because the way I'm listening to you,
yes,
and I'm thinking that we are so lucky,
yes,
in our age, because
yes,
we've seen the transformation in technology throughout the
yes,
past 50 years. I mean, when I was little, we used to play Pong. Do you remember
right.
that game?
Yes, Pong. Yeah.
What was Pong? I don't remember that.
Right? So imagine us in the future when you're talking about, it's just the evolution. I think it's a normal trend, as
Yeah.
humans, we want to evolve. And now it's going to be, all of this, what technology has, the history of technology has evolved into this. And now we're going to be into this incredible super dose of technology that is just taking over and it's duplicating.
Excuse me. Are there signs that should be preparing for major breakthroughs?
Oh yeah,
breakdowns.
One of the big shifts that's going to be taking place next year, or one of the biggest ones, is going to be in February. We're going to have the planet Saturn moving into the sign of Aries. Now, this is a very important shift because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So Aries it represents that new initiating beginning place. So when big planets move into the sign of Aries, it's really a big shift for us as human beings. And Neptune is also going to be going into the sign of Aries also as well. So we've got two huge big planets who are going to be moving into the first sign of the zodiac. Now, Aries is what is known as a cardinal sign. And so this means when Saturn moves into Aries, which is a cardinal sign, he's going to affect the other cardinal signs, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So they are going to get, if you want to say, quote unquote, hit the hardest, so to speak, because when a planet moves into a sign, it will square two other signs and it will oppose another. So the two signs which it's going to square is going to be Cancer and Capricorn, and the sign which it's going to oppose is going to be Libra, and then it's going to be in the sign of Aries itself.
So
anybody
signs,
who has
is that a good thing?
The three of us are saved by the bell.
Well, Saturn is a very interesting planet. Saturn is known as the taskmaster of the cosmos. Saturn is responsible for responsibility, structure, limitations. This is what Saturn essentially deals with. anything Saturn touches, he wants to structure it and discipline it and make it concrete and make it realistic, make it pragmatic and practical. So Saturn is known for being a bit of a difficult planet in astrology. So when he touches planets or when he touches people's charts as he's transiting through the zodiac, he tends to bring tough tests. He tests our patience first and foremost. That's one thing that he does. So people of that zodiac sign, their patience is going to be tested big time. Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn.
Oh my God.
So anybody who's got any planets or placements in Capricorn will get affected.
Okay.
So whether you have your moon there, your ascendant there, your sun sign, you might have Mercury there, people will have different planets there. So if you've got planets in Aries, planets in Cancer, planets in Libra, and planets in Capricorn, we're going to feel the heaviness of Saturn throughout next year. If you don't feel it next year, for those people who are born maybe a little bit later in the sign, because Saturn's going to be there from next year, February, until round about May 2028.
Wow.
So yeah, because he's a slow moving planet. So at some point, if you've got planets in those signs, which I just mentioned, he's going to touch them. And he's going to, again, very often when people experience Saturn transits, it's really a time, it's not a bad time, but it can be a bit of a difficult time because it's a time, like I said, he's the taskmaster. He's kind of like that strict headmaster or head teacher that you had in your school who's like, hey, make sure you do your homework and make sure you're on time and make sure, so you got to become more organized and structured. But people often experience it as difficulties and having to do your duties and be more responsible, and that is Saturn.
So which are there signs that are stepping into their power also?
Yes. Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, there are signs who are stepping into their power. So for example, the Leos, it's going to be more positive for Leos and Sagittarius. So people who are Leos, Sagittarius.
I have a moon in Leo.
Oh, okay. Well,
you're prepared, Maclovia.
I'm gonna get pulled in every direction.
Yeah. So they are going to be favored. The planet Jupiter at the moment is in the sign of Cancer. He's doing extremely well there. He loves it in that sign, and he's going to be there until June of next year. So for people who are water signs, they're really benefiting from Jupiter right now. So Cancerians, Scorpios, and Pisces they're going to do brilliant, up until June of next year. And then he's going to go into Leo next year, from June next year until June 2027. And then he's going to favor the fire signs. So that's going to be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So they are going to be favored.
Air signs? Because everybody thinks Aquarius is water, and it's not. It's air.
Oh no, it's air. It's air.
Yeah,
it's air. It's the water bearer. So for Aquarians, okay, now a few things for the Aquarians. The thing is Pluto has moved into the sign of Aquarius right now, but he's a very, very slow moving planet, and depending, he's going to be there for the next 20 years. So at some point, for people who are Aquarians, they are going to experience real big major shifts and transformation at some point while Pluto is going to be going through Aquarius. But on a more quicker note, when Saturn moves into Aries, it's going to sextile. We have what's known as aspects. So it's going to make a sextile aspect to Aquarius. So that's going to be much better for Aquarius. So they're going to have a sextile from Saturn. So that's going to be helpful. You still have to kind of like be more structured and responsible, but it's going to come in a more kind of more easier kind of way, so it's not going to be so heavy. So that's one definitely positive thing that you will get. And also when Jupiter moves into Leo next year, Leo is the opposite sign of Aquarius. So you're also going to get Jupiter. It's going to be an opposition, can be a little bit awkward, but nevertheless, you're still going to get an opposition from Jupiter. It's the planet of luck. So you guys also, Aquarius, will also be a bit favored. That'll be from June of 2026 till June 2027. So that's also another thing.
Okay. Because I was thinking the Aquarius age and everything. And Loli, you had another question today.
Bring them on.
You have many.
You have many.
I mean, basically,
she finds it confusing.
I find this, fascinating. Number one, I've always been intrigued, but I've always also been a little bit lost because there's so much information. And now that we're talking about the way you were saying how numerology, you can keep track of, for example, the deaths, right? Yes. Since we're starting the year 1 next year.
Yes.
Right? How should we prepare for the 9 cycles for the future? What should we do to keep track?
So very good. So in the future, for the number 9 years, these are years where we want to be clearing up. We want to be tidying up. A good analogy is to look at like the farmer, for example. So when the farmer wants to plant new crops and stuff like that, he first goes out and he, weeds all the ground first, does all the clearing, that kind of thing. It's like a purging. So you purge
like
the
a
ground,
spring cleaning.
You're spring cleaning. So number 9s are like a purging function. So treat it like that's a purging year. It's a year for clearing out. Just the way sometimes we purge our bodies, maybe we might go through, have a detox or something like that. We may change our diet and, have a bit more ginger or a bit more kind of, stuff that can clean us out, that can purge out the system. So this is what you want to do with a number 9 year. You want to treat it as a purging function and clear out the mark so that when the new comes in, right, you're set to go. Your foundation's clean, it's set, and you're ready to build and keep it moving.
Exactly.
And initiate.
Because now that with your information, now we can set the next 9 years with intention.
Exactly.
Right? Because we have been traveling through this life, but basically me, in the blind, not knowing.
Yes, right? Exactly.
I don't know why this happens, but it's because of the planets are not aligned, and
as they say, nothing happens before it's time.
Right?
So,
I don't know.
Nothing happens before it's time. Everything is, opportunity. Time, as they would say, time is the master. Yeah. Right. So sometimes we say, "Oh, well, why didn't I do that?" That's why things happen for us at different reasons at different times of our life. Some people get married at 20, some people at 25, some people at 28, some people at 35, some people at 40, some people at 60. It's different for everybody because everybody's got a different clock. Yes. As human beings, we try to create this kind of uniform kind of society or world, like, you go to school at this age and you graduate at this age and you're supposed to get married at this age and have children at this age and buy your house, but it's not always, it doesn't work. Life shows us that it doesn't work like that, right? Yeah. It's different, as I say, different strokes for different folks. And that's essentially how it is. So if we can just try to understand our own pace, our own lane, who we are, which is what astrology and numerology and these sciences, this is what they show us. They give us that template where it allows us to understand, oh, well, this is who I am. So if I stay in my lane and keep doing me, then that's where my prosperity and my happiness essentially lies. But we're trying to follow a kind of general kind of template, uniform template, which societies, exactly. Society, sometimes religion, government, social media is kind of setting up for us, and we're trying to follow that. And it's like, no, that's not who you are.
This would be like a couture way of styling our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
What's interesting? Yeah. When I use ChatGPT for my astrological.
Okay, be careful. It's not fully. Sometimes it makes little mistakes. But
it keeps changing my rising sign.
Yeah, exactly. Be very careful, especially when it comes to charts. ChatGPT is not good.
Because I just put it in right now, and it yesterday it said I had Capricorn rising, and I know.
And now it's saying
I have. Let me see. Now it's
do I have your
Aquarius.
Chart? I don't have your chart. It's saying Aquarius.
Now it says Aquarius, but then I put it in Astro Cafe.
Yeah, that's a bit more.
And that one says I have Pisces.
Oh my God. Well, I'll go with the Pisces.
And you have one Pisces and one Aquarius here.
Well, I was.
Well, yeah, you don't want Capricorn right now.
No, I've always.
You and us.
I feel like
you have
I'm
a
more
Pisces there and Aquarius here. Oh, and one question before the tarot card, yep. Israel, what do you, how about manifestation? Yes. I mean, how do you put that together with the astrology, the tarot, and everything, that believe in manifestation?
I thoroughly subscribe to the principle of manifestation, 100%. And what is manifestation? Because essentially, you see, the universe is just a mirror of us. So the universe just mirrors back what we are projecting. It's that simple.
Okay.
Right. So, and the thing is with manifestation, it sounds simple. And it is simple to some degree. But the issue is that there are so many other mitigations which are involved. So the idea of if you think a particular way, you're going to attract that. We attract what we are, right? If you're angry on the inside, whether you're displaying it or not, that's what's going to come back to you. You're going to meet anger. If you're happy, again, you get happiness back, right? So you put out positivity, you're going to get that positivity back.
It's your frequency.
It's your frequency. The universe is not good, bad, evil, or anything. It's just mirroring what you give it back, and it's giving it back. If you go in front of a mirror and you wear something blue, it's going to show something blue to you. It's not going to show you something red. It's just exactly how it is. So, but what happens is when people are manifesting and they say, oh, I would like this, or they're visualizing, this is great. But the thing is that there are other things happening in the psyche of that individual. There's other insecurities and fears and hate and envy and jealousy and, and all these things so they are also playing a part in that manifestation also as well. So it's like, oh, well, I'm trying to manifest this thing and it's not manifesting. Well, okay, you've got to, so one has to be very mindful in terms of what it is that you're trying to manifest and how you're trying to manifesting it also as well. I also say to people, if you're trying to manifest, start small and work your way up. It's a process. It's a mindset. Some people, it's like, oh, I can manifest anything. Oh, I'm going to manifest a Bentley and, 12-bedroom mansion and a tall, dark, handsome young man and, millions of dollars. And it's like, okay, how about try small and build up? Because what starts to happen is once you start getting in that frequency, it start, and then you then start to raise it gradually. You know how to get into that mind space, and you become more confident. And then you don't your insecurities and your fears and all that kind of stuff don't get, and they become blockages where it doesn't allow that thing to happen. So start small and then work your way up.
I manifested a butterfly.
Oh, that's good.
A yellow butterfly with black outline. I had it in my head. And a few weeks later, it was following me.
Yeah.
On my walk.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I also advise as well, people, if you want to be manifesting, be doing meditation as well. Right? Because try to focus, try to do some introspection, self-reflection stuff. We're all carrying baggage of some sort.
Self-awareness, right?
Self-awareness, right. We're all carrying some kind of emotional baggage, and somebody hurt us many years ago and we're still hanging on to that. We might be hanging on to some resentment or something like that. We're only human beings. So these are things sometimes which prevent certain things happening in our life because we're still carrying this baggage. But if you can do some self-reflection and be aware that, well, yeah, I do have this feeling. Yeah, I am jealous of such and such. And yeah, okay, I am a bit envy. Okay, yeah, I am a bit lazy. And these are things that can help you again by moving forward also as well. So you
be
get
aware.
To heal and to be more aware, and you get to heal, and then you get to manifest those kind of more positive things. Because sometimes we may want something consciously, but subconsciously there's something else going on.
Yeah. Or we put our own barriers, right? I
mean, exactly.
It's a limited mindset. It's like, okay, if you could get that, why are we limiting ourselves?
Exactly. And that's because of the certain fears and insecurities. The amount of people out there who say, I want a relationship, but subconsciously it's like, no, you don't. You don't.
Liar.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, exactly. You want a relationship because your friends are in a relationship, and because society says you need to be in a relationship, or your religion says you need to be in a relationship. That's why you want a relationship, not because subconsciously, no, you don't want. So what you then do subconsciously is you sabotage yourself so that you don't get that relationship. And then you say, oh, but why? I'm good looking. I'm pretty. I'm like, yeah, it's not about that. There's an energy there, that's...
Okay, we're ready.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
You're so, I love it. I love it.
Oh my God, those cards.
So what happens in numerology is we add up the full date of birth. So the month, the day, and the year. I know in America you guys do month first, day, and the year, but it works out to the same. It doesn't matter. It's just that in Europe they tend to do day first, then the month, then the year.
Right.
So, but yeah, so the principle is that you add up all digits, every single digit. You don't leave nothing out, and just keep adding until you get to a single digit, right? And there's only 9 numbers from 1 to 9. And each number has a particular kind of characteristic, a kind of energy type. But it also breaks down into further groups. So, for example, the day in which you were born, also that becomes a number by itself.
Oh, right? 3. So 21 is a 3.
You're a 3 because 23 is, you're right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So you're a 16, Loli, right?
So I'm 7.
So you're 7. Right. So you're going to be a bit of a loner. You're a bit of an analyst. You're going to be a bit of a loner. You're very analytical kind of mind, and, always researching, somebody who's extremely very spiritual, very often scientific spiritual. It will be, one or the other, or sometimes even both. But somebody who's very analytical, great for teaching and, doing things of that nature, or if you go into science or all that kind of stuff, they do brilliant stuff there. They make great healers also as well, and spiritual people, teachers, gurus. They're 7's really,
That's so interesting because, I was in our conversation. Right. I was pointing out at the charts that you were talking about, the...
Right.
And that comes out in her Birkman, because I work with the Birkman method. What is your usual behavior, needs, and stress? And it comes like that also,
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So you've got the 7. So you're a 9, but you've also got the 7. And you're a 9, but you've got the 2.
Yeah.
So you're born on the 2nd, so you have the 2. So 2's like the moon. So 2 people, they're very sensitive, very emotional, very homely, very caring. They tend to be very family orientated and very protective. They do very well in working with people, cooperation. They're very good at cooperating with people, and that's where their strength lies, number 2. So very, very sensitive. But you've got a number 2, but then you've got the number 2. So there's a bit of a clash there, because then you've got the number 9. Number 9's a bit more fiery. So both of you, Loli and Anna, because you're 9s, you've got that fire there.
What about the 6 and a 3?
And 3. So the 3. So 3s are very, very, doing what you're doing right now, because 3 is like the communicator. It's the 3 wants to mediate. 3 is like, it's like the journalist. The salesperson, the journalist is what number 3 is about. Very expansive. So it's connected with the planet Jupiter, right? So these people are always talking and always sharing information, and want to go there and constantly doing lots of different things. It can be very entrepreneurial. They've got a kind of entrepreneurial kind of spirit. They're very free-spirited also as well. So that's how the number 3s tend to be. So they tend to be in journalism, podcasting, teaching, writing, publishing. They're very often very good with that. Yeah, but the number 6 is the number for Venus. So Venus is very artistic. It's more about home, family. It's love. So it's very, very aesthetically pleasing and aesthetically connected, orientated. So you're going to be somebody who loves the idea of love, somebody who's very romantic, loving the idea of family and stuff. That is what number 6 is.
I have my family here right now. Yeah.
And I am a loner. For sure.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be a 7. 7's a loners.
I'm social. I'm super social.
They need to have that.
I'm a loner also.
Isolation.
My needs. I can be social, but I prefer to be lonely. Yeah,
lonely as well. Yeah.
No, but I'm a party animal as well. So don't think that
yeah, that's the 9. That's the 9. That's the 9. Yeah.
She doesn't drink.
We go either to all of it or nothing. The middle we don't like.
Yeah.
So let's try the I am like our podcast. Can we just
yes. So
what do you suggest?
Right. So we're picking one for each one of you, right? Or how are we? Yeah.
Let's see who we are.
Annie, you go first. Annie, you go first.
Okay.
So
he's gonna pick a card.
Okay, I'm gonna send all my energy there.
Okay.
With breathing. Oh, my quantum energy.
Anna, okay, and we're gonna pick a card.
It's the new love card. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Let's see. Oh, so you got the 7 of Cups.
What is that?
7 of Cups. 7 of
Cups. Policeman or cups?
No. Cups. As in cups. As in cups of water.
Edit that.
Cups of love, right?
Okay.
So what this card is about, this card essentially is about, it kind of warns against temptation. So what it's indicating like you are going to be presented with lots of different options. You're going to have lots of different choices at your disposal, and you have to be quite mindful in terms of which one you're picking. It's really about being mindful in terms of the kind of choice in which you are making. So it's indicating like, make sure you make a choice based on something that is practical and pragmatic, something which is rooted in, it's realistic. Not choosing something based on how it sounds or how good it looks. They say, not all that glitters is gold kind of thing. And this is this kind of card. This card is trying to say like, hey, there's a lot of options that are going to be presenting themselves towards you, but a lot of them are smoke mirrors. A lot of them are not real. They're not what you think they are. And you might think, oh, yeah, I'm going to go for that. And it's like, oh, that's like, it's nothing. It's an illusion. It's like, and this is what this card is saying. It's just saying, with this card as well, it's also indicating like, you just got to be a little bit more patient. So that's
I have a problem with that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a number 9. Number 9 is really patient.
Great.
So,
okay. So
perfect. Thank you.
No problem. So who's next? Is it
I'll go.
Lolly.
I'll go. So Maclovia's last.
Lolly. Okay, Lolly's next. Okay, let's give a good shuffle and let's pick a card for.
Yeah, we're learning the shuffling. See, Maclovia?
I cannot do that.
When it's on the table.
I cannot do that.
But that's gonna go viral. What happens?
Wait,
when
put it up so we can see. How do you shuffle? How do you shuffle?
Yeah, so I'm shuffling like that. So.
See, Maclovia.
So let's have a cut. Let's go at the top here. What do we got? Woo!
Queen?
No, not quite. 8 of Swords.
8 of Swords.
So the 8 of Swords implies, Loli, that you may be feeling a little bit restricted in certain areas of your life. But what this card is indicating is that you're not as restricted as you may think you are. It's saying that you just have to make some minor changes and you will get out of that restriction. As you can see, she's surrounded by the swords, but there's actually a way out here. She's not totally surrounded. She's surrounded to some degree. So it's indicating here that you can get out of this. Even though, she's tied up, but it's not tight. It's quite loose. It's falling off. So it's indicating that you can get out. It's also a number 8 as well. So 8 is to do with regeneration. And so it's also indicating like you're coming into your own power. So this card is saying recognize your own power, because you're not recognizing it fully. And this is why you may be feeling like you're a little bit limited in certain areas of your life. But it's indicating that this change is imminent and it's on the horizon. And you just need to just make certain just adjustments. And it's more to do with your thinking. It's the swords. So the swords are to do with your thinking. So it's just saying, just change the mindset a little bit. And you're about to,
I'm about to enter a one.
Yeah.
I'm about to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you are. You're right. You are. That you will be, definitely. So you just need to just
clean the house.
Fire it up. Yeah.
Okay.
So the 8s are good because it's like it's like I said, it's indicating that you're coming into a power phase.
So that's an 8. That's an 8 of swords.
Reclaim your power. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah.
It's infinite.
Infinity. Yeah. Infinity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ooh.
And then you.
Every time we do the card, we then have somebody to blame. Israel showed us.
Look who's there.
Came the wrong card.
Look at that little kitty.
It's my turn.
Rico. Yeah.
Your turn. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. Let's go here. What do we got?
What is that?
The love card.
The love? Oh. Did you hear that, Rico? It's the love card. It's the love card.
Okay.
So you got the Page of Cups. This card, again, it's about new love. It's about new discovery, new emotions. Again, it can be like, doesn't necessarily mean a person. I
hope it is, because I'm single.
Well, yeah. There we go.
Available.
Yeah. So, it's a card but what this card is indicating is that there is potential for this new love, but it's in the early stages. So this card is like saying you've got to nurture it. You've got to, so if it's a case that you're single, you've kind of got to nurture what is that? Are you going out? Are you meeting people? You got to nurture your ways in terms of how that is. This is what it's about. It's very likely you may hear of a pregnancy. You may do sometimes.
Pregnancy.
Yeah. Not necessarily her, but like somebody around her, maybe somebody pregnant around her, like maybe a family member or niece or that kind of thing. This is what this card is about. But this card is about like a new love. It's indicating that you need to fall in love again. And this card essentially is indicating that you need to be more open.
Okay.
Emotionally.
Open my heart.
Yes.
Open my heart more.
Open your heart. And this is what it's this is the advice behind it. Like, just be more open and that love will definitely come and find you. But you're in the early stages. The page is indicating like you're kind of in the phase of like you're kind of like a young teenager again, falling in love for the first time. So you're kind of in that phase at the moment. You're just kind of like, oh, he's pretty, but you're not dating anybody. You haven't made any moves. That's what this card essentially is about. So it's saying just be open and
have fun.
Oh yeah,
enjoy.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't get
pregnant. Go out, start dating.
Yeah. Last night's card was
dating. Have you been speaking with anybody?
No, not really. No, I mean, just guy friends that I have, but nothing.
Oh, okay, but nothing. Okay,
nothing that,
that could be a
start, would delve into.
No. Yesterday's card was not for Nicole, but for you, Maclovia.
Maybe. Yeah. Because I pulled the new love card.
Yeah.
For this lady that we did a podcast
with. It could be for both.
Oh yeah, maybe, possibly.
Okay, you're sharing somebody.
Well, no. So, is there from your perspective,
Yes.
What spiritual lesson has 2025 been trying to teach humanity?
To forgive.
Forgiveness.
To forgiveness, to let go. You mentioned the word humanity. I think that is exactly what 2025 has been teaching us. To be more compassionate and to understand humanity and the importance of humanity. That humanity, we are one big family. We're all connected, right? We may be different genders or race or height or whatever, but we are all connected. We need one another, and that we must understand the connection between us is far greater and very much important, and let bygones be bygones. Our hate for one another, our disrespect for one another, our disloyalty to one another, and so on and so forth. We need to end that. We need to put a death to that. That's what that 9 is telling us. Cut that stuff, all the emotional baggage, the hatred, the resentment, the envy, all of that. Cut it and let it go with 2025. And we can then start afresh in 2026, as it's going to be a number 1 year. And we can look forward to moving into a zone which is, bigger, better, greater. We can move on into bigger and better things, because better things are awaiting us. The universe has got it. It's there. The table is set, right? But we've got to step up to that, to that level in order to be able to receive the blessings of it.
I mean, we're learning so much, and I think our audience is going to be learning from you. And
thank you.
Hopefully, they'll be calling you, and
I'm sure they will be.
You have so much information. I mean, you're so well versed in all of this, and tarot and astrology.
I try.
No, it's no, but
I'm learning like you guys. I'm just
also,
trying to be a student of life.
Yeah, but your energy you have such a beautiful energy.
Thank you.
Yes, you light up when the cards are pulled.
Yes.
Should we pull a card for?
Yeah, now for
Israel. Pull a card for me. Yeah.
Hold on.
Always do that.
Yeah.
So I have.
Okay.
I have the angel answers.
And okay.
And healing with the angels.
Okay.
Or I can pull a tarot card for you.
Ooh. Let's go for the tarot card.
You want to go for the tarot?
Okay. Yeah, let's go for the tarot, because I pull tarot for you guys. So let's go for the tarot.
It's your turn. You sit back, you relax, put your feet up, and then
let's see. Send that.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm mixing. My mixing is not anything like. Okay, a card flew out.
Page of Swords.
What is that?
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting, because that's a card. It represents the student. So essentially, the Page of Swords is saying that there's something new I got to learn. So it's quite interesting, because I've been thinking about going on a particular course. So that's what that
is so interesting.
Yeah. And that card is about studies. It's about learning how to, going back to university, or taking up a course, or studying, learning something new, exercising your mental. Yeah, that's what that card is about. So I like that.
Wow.
And it's the page as well. So yeah, I'm going to be the student again.
Because a lot of people are calling and saying, where can they take a workshop with you? I saw you were in a live the other day that I woke up really early and you were there. Then I went back to sleep, so I went out. Yeah. So a lot of people want to, learn. And where can they get you? Not in a web page, but you have an Instagram page, you have a Facebook page also, right?
Yes. I have. I'm on both. If you just put in Sacred Planets, it's quite easy. So yeah, Sacred Planets on Instagram, Sacred Planets on Facebook, or my name Israel Ajosé, or you can put it in on Facebook too. You'll find me. So you can connect with me through there. I'm always running workshops and teaching. So, but it's there for people who want to, if they want to know more about astrology and how to read and understand their birth chart and understand, what is happening in their life, the what's, the whys, the hows, the whens, all of that is in the birth chart, and I show you how to understand that, and how you can take it if you want to go on to become an astrologer yourself, or if you just want to use it for self-empowerment and understand what's going to be happening in your life, when it's going to be happening. I teach all of that.
And it's interesting to tell the audience also that you are in London, right?
I'm in London, yeah. So
it's for the time zone, so they can reach you in
and you can WhatsApp me, and if you want more details of how to sign up, and that availability is always there. And if you want to come on board, and I'm always and with my courses, they once you sign up, it's lifetime access. So you can, if after the course is finished or whatever, if you feel you want, you can take it again and again and again and again, and take it as many times. And so it's upon signing up, you get your own portal. So reading material, all the videos, all the classes are recorded there, and all the you get the email, the links anytime there's live classes, and there's live classes every week. So
that's excellent. Cool. We will be your 3 grasshoppers.
like this.
3 grasshoppers. Okay.
We go from Charlie's Angels to the grasshoppers.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels. I like that. The Charlie's Angels. We've got to do the trilogy.
We'll do a trilogy when we get into 2026.
Yes, right.
The beginning of 2026.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
We're on.
It's a day. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.